What happened here?
I just told you.
No, explain it to me.
Logan, I apologize.
Huh?
I'm a bitch. I'm not a real fighter. I got choked out by a bouncer, and I target innocent women online to support my insecurities, honestly. My mom slept with my coach, and that's how I got my black belt.
What are you talking about?
When Connor came over, I admit, I let him hit, and we saw what happened. I sat watching, crying, and drinking Prime. I love Prime, honestly. I drink it every day. And my favorite flavor is Tropical Punch. It reminds me of the punch that Anthony Taylor landed on me, which almost knocked me out. Anyways, drink Prime.
All right, now while they are going back and forth, and it's good to see Logan Paul actually fighting back after his getting his back kicked in, supporting his wife-to-be and all her escapades, if you will. But he was not always this confident. He was flustered, if you recall from this interview right here. That kind of, people know this is his soft spot, if you will.
Hey, Brody.
Bro,
My
you're just making
fiance's had boyfriends before me.
I was bro coding and I'm trying to help him actually. They're gonna be the boys
I mean, she didn't have boyfriends. She had boyfriends, friends.
in a year or two, so I'm trying to help
Hey,
you.
yeah, you
got
sit
signed a
on
prenup?
Twitter.
Are you signed a prenup?
Prenup?
Yeah, prenup. Don't worry.
Now, look, he got stun locked on his prenup because God knows he definitely signed the prenup. He didn't work this hard to see all his hard work go to waste via a divorce.
Prenup. Don't worry.
Bro, you're a fucking moron.
Okay, great, bro.
You sit on Twitter
You sit on.
and you slut shame my fiance for doing what?
Slut shame.
Getting
I love
pictures,
sluts, bro. Don't worry.
getting-
I'm supporting.
Yeah, I know. That's why
He
you
is
love your mother, huh?
relentless.
A good one.
Now, this is looking like it's going to be one of the biggest, most publicized fights yet today. And, everything is fine and dandy. But, the reality of it is that there is a pending lawsuit between Logan Paul's fiance and Dillon Danis. And the restraining order was put in place on September 7th. And they have a hearing scheduled up for tomorrow or today when you watch this video. And in the meantime and in between time, he is barred from posting pictures of her. If you haven't noticed, he's kind of abiding by the terms of the restraining order despite not legally being served. That's right. He has yet to be served. And that's what brings us here today to this document right here that was filed with the courts on the 8th. Okay. Now, this is not my typical watermark. So, people who are going to use this document, hopefully you guys give me credit. But anyway, this was filed on the 8th, and it just rehashes some of the parts where, hey, on the 7th, the lawsuit started. On the 7th, they gave a protection order to Nina, imposing some temporary restraints against Dillon Danis. And they have the hearing set for the 12th, which is clear as day right there. But, paragraph 5 says, hey, he has to get served legally and he has to receive all the documents. And that's just for the lawsuit to move forward. And they cite, via personal service, email, mail service. And once they get that done, they'll follow with the court. And that's what has to take place for the lawsuit to, legally move forward. Now, there are instances where people try to evade being served. And if she can prove he's intentionally invading being served, she may get a default judgment in her favor. But in the between time, they have to track everything that they do. Okay, so hey, on the 6th, they tried to email his manager, John Meehan, and they doxed his email address. But don't worry, I redacted it because we don't dox. And they said, hey, we emailed his manager on this day. Okay, hey, on 6/40, the same day, we emailed him again. After the case was open, and gave him the court stamp version of these filings to forward to Danis. Now, although she did not get a response back, we know Dillon Danis tweeted on the same day about the lawsuit, including his knowledge that the plaintiff was seeking a temporary restraining order. I know. It's hard to believe, but what they ended up doing was writing a letter to the judge and pointing out that, hey, this tweet right here shows that he's aware that the restraining order was filed against him, if you will. Was it say Nina Agdal has filed a massive lawsuit against me? She filed a restraining order against me and is seeking prison time, which we know that she's not. So the fight is in jeopardy. This is just good showmanship if I'm in jail. This is actually wild, but I won't effing stop the system. Come get me. Logan Paul is a dead man walking. Now, he has since then stopped, but the lawsuit has continued to move forward, and she is putting even more pressure on him by documenting everything that they have done to essentially try to serve him. As they say, on September 7th at 5:05, upon entry to the show cause order, plaintiff's counsel emailed the show cause order to Mr. Meehan and requested it be forwarded to the defendant. So now you have on the 6th and the 7th, this is 3 emails, if you're counting, that they've sent to his manager, okay? Plaintiff's counsel did not receive a response to the email because no one's going to respond to the email because then they could technically say that's served. Hey, on the 8th, we mailed a copy to his, basically to his home, his apartment where he resides. Hey, on the 7th, right? Now, she's hired a hit squad to serve him, which he compares it to the Pineapple Express. And it says what? On September 7th, she retained the investigative firm Sage Intelligence Group to effect personal service of the summons, verify complaint, proposed order to show cause, memorandum of law, supporting a declaration of and exhibits upon defendant. Basically, that's just a fancy way of saying the lawsuit. Now, that afternoon, they attempted personal service of these documents at his apartment and at the gym where he is known to be training regularly for an upcoming boxing match, which is part of the building as defendant's apartment complex, okay? He purposely evaded service, and in an X post at 3:44 Eastern Standard Time, he posted a picture of Sage investigators outside his gym, which says, "Not gonna serve me today, losers," followed by a laughing emoji. Now, here's the thing, guys. With Twitter, everything is permanent. And here is the tweet, if you will. And yes, he did post the "not gonna serve me today, losers." And there are the people waiting around, trying to serve him the papers. But Dillon Danis was not having any of that, if you will. Okay. And look, guys, it is definitely not smart to openly taunt in Twitter posts because at some point, if he does get served, this, the judge is reading this already. Okay. And what does it say? Later on, defendant uploaded several additional posts to his X account about his attempts to evade service, in which since has been deleted. And he has been doing a bunch of posts and deletes, but I haven't been able to snipe him because I never know what's going to be used against him and what's not. Being on a run sucks. I just want to go to the gas station and pick up some Zines or whatever that is, followed by a laughing emoji. Now, I keep saying all of this is going to, the judge is going to see this at some point, and she may not see it as funny as Dillon Danis and the people who support him. Okay. Given the defendant's evasion of service on September 7th, Sage left copies and summons, complaint, executed order to show cause, basically everything on the front door of his apartment at 5:23. And with the receptionist at his gym. Okay. Now look, guys, what happened if he goes to the gym or his house after this? Nothing at all. He can still say he did not receive the documents. And honestly, they have to serve him. Okay. They have to serve him. Immediately after this, court issued the show cause on September 7th. They attempted the service of the executed defendant, but again, he evaded service. Look, they are actively following his ass, okay? They left a copy of everything at the front door of his apartment and with the receptionist at his gym again. Notably, when the investigators returned to the defendant's apartment to attempt service again at 6:10, the documents had left at the documents that they had left at 5:23 were no longer in his doorway. But this does not prove he was served. Okay, now look, and someone needs to really take his phone away, because in an X post on September 7th at 6:13, he confirmed that Sage service attempts were made as the actual address. as opposed to an old or mistaken address by posting a video clip of security footage in depicting a sage investigator attempting service inside his front door and said, "Get the F away from my front door, taking pictures. I'm in North Korea. Come find me." Now, look, here is the video, if you will, of this interaction. And look, guys, everything you do can and will be used against you. You see, this is the investigator or the person they're taking a picture saying, "Hey, this is where he lives. We're trying to leave the dot." You see that envelope right there? That's the envelope. Probably they're just documenting everything. But typically, this is what it looks like when you're trying to serve somebody. And there goes the tweet, "Get the F away from my door," taking pictures. And it is timestamped 6:13 p.m. Like, look, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
So they are on him like white on rice, if you will. So look, what does it say? Shortly after, at approximately 7 o'clock, he confirmed his knowledge of the show cause order, including the temporary restraining order imposed by the show cause order and the September 12th hearing, by reposting the following thing on his account. Now look, why does he tweet this? Why does he tweet it? Okay, so they're basically using his tweets against him. But however, the court of law has not caught up with technology. Even though he may be well aware of the lawsuit and clips and this and that, he's yet to be officially served the entire lawsuit. Okay, so he's just taunting around, and they show that the restraining order right here with the a clip for the pending date, and he deleted this post, but this is just not a good look for him, if you will. But what do you guys think? Is he going too far? Should he be served, or is this another attempt to silence him, as he said in this post right here? Hey, this isn't about the money. Logan bullies others and resorts to NDAs and lawsuits when things don't go his way, like the cowardly rat. The only way I'm paying any money is if they go towards the self-transition charity or the crypto zoo victims. And oh my God, I can't read that. I cannot read. I'm not reading that last part, but you see for yourself, guys. What do you guys think? Is this going to hurt the fight from actually happening with all these lawsuits going back and forth and him just ducking being served? Now, look, she's only looking for $300,000 and whatever else the judge deems fit, of course, lawyer fees. And she's accusing them of hacking her and posting pictures that are not on the internet. But we'll see how this works out. If anyone you see using my court documents because I didn't stamp it properly, you got a free one. But hopefully they credit the source, because I'm literally the only one on the YouTube with all the court documents. Let me know what you think in the next video. I'll see you in the next one. Make sure you like the video, subscribe. Peace.